Hi.
What's your name?
I'm Georgie, Georgie Carroll.
Where are you from, Georgie?
I'm Australian now, but initially Rochdale, hence the move.
I like Rochdale.
Have you been?
So you live in Australia now?
Yeah.
Okay, and then now you come back here to do Britain's Got Talent?
Yeah.
It's a long trip.
Yeah.
What's your day job?
So I'm a nurse, been a registered nurse since 2000.
But I love to make people laugh.
I've got it. Okay, 3 minutes, yours, Georgie. Good luck.
So I've got teenage boys. They do swear a lot. They are prone to kicking off. A bit like having Gordon Ramsay trapped in a child's body. But it's my favourite category of human. What I like about them is the way that their self-esteem far outweighs their skill set. My boys heckle Sir David Attenborough when they're watching Blue Planet. You can't do that. Sir David invented animals. I wish I believed in myself that much, I really do. I've worked out a foolproof way of lecturing a teenager. You've got to trap it somewhere where it can't escape, but it feels safe. The car wash. It's perfect. Took mine through the car wash for a bit of counselling. Just something about hygiene. He goes, "Oh, let me get through puberty, will you?" I said, "What do you think comes after puberty?" And he says, "Adultery." I said, statistically you're correct there. He wasn't listening anyway. We had 3 minutes left on the car wash, so I just put the window down. And, he got a wash. Thank you so much. Oh, thanks.
Very good. That's the thing about a comedian. You can't fake it. If you're funny, people laugh. If you're not, nothing happens. Simple as that.
Thank you. Rock on.
I absolutely loved it, and I will never go on a car wash again.
Georgie, I was roaring. When it ended, Alicia and I were like, "Oh my God, no, we want more now."
I really, really loved it. I'm saying yes.
Of course it's a yes.
Thank you.
It's a yes from me.
That means you got 4 yeses, Georgie.
Georgie, I was a nurse way before I was a comic, and it gives me license to say, thank you. Yeah, it gives me license to say a lot of things, so, just strap in. Hospitals are a boot camp for comedy. There's very few jobs where within seconds of meeting someone you could find yourself saying, "Hello, is it Simon, is it? Simon? Hi, if you wouldn't mind just taking all your clothes off, hopping up on that table in front of you and curling up in a ball for me. That would be great." Good man, Simon. Okay, someone's going to come in a minute. We're not sure who or when. And they're going to pop a finger in your bottom. And I'm just going to stand here and write about it. Then at lunchtime, I'm going to tell all my friends. I've experienced the bluntness of nurses myself. I was an inpatient in hospital, had my first bed bath, learnt some things about myself. I learnt I was a three-person role. And for a profession that prides itself on breaking bad news gently, you weren't kind. They weren't kind. This is how you find out. Nurse pulls the curtain back, looks you up and down, and then hollers down the corridor, "I'm gonna need more hands for this one!" I love what I've built, though. I love this. I love it. I get it. It's pre-Raphaelite. I know it's a family show, but if you imagine this naked, and then you stick wings on it, it's a cherub. Do you know, it's like that textbook Hot for Now, but 17th century, this milkshake was bringing all the boys to the yard. It's hard to love your body, and it's hard to, especially after kids. I swear, you can try, you can give yourself some me time, you're chilling out in the bath to the Pussycat Dolls, and then you get a couple of naked toddlers storm in and use your nipples as an intercom for a spaceship. Doesn't matter how at peace you are with how you look, doctors will still want you to lose weight. I went in with a sore throat once and got sent home with a diet sheet. It was right after they'd given me antibiotics and told me to take them 3 times a day on an empty stomach. I told them I couldn't see that happening. Do you know what my favourite is? You know when doctors tell you, they go, you're not having the operation until you've lost weight. Vets operate on elephants. I'm like a dolphin or a sea lion at worst. Give it a crack. You know, believe in yourself. I tried the diet sheet for a bit. You do, don't you? Breakfast season, you just wake up, you get fed. Done. Lunchtime, though, you wouldn't have even recognised me. I'm in the zone. I'm making my own hummus. I'm pouring chickpeas in a blender. I've put on activewear to make hummus. That's how committed I am. It's like activewear activates the chickpeas or something. Oh, it's a new life. It's new me. It's going to be amazing. Anyway, it's all right for a couple of hours, isn't it? And then I'm wilting. Oh, my God, mid-afternoon, I'm wasting away. I'm starving, but I'm not quitting. I think, do you know what, girl? Just make your tea early and then go to bed. Don't quit. Make your tea early and go to bed. Go to my diet sheet. Do you know what it says? For tea, it says, now use the remaining hummus. That's not how hummus works, is it? Works that you've got hummus, then you've got no hummus. That's how hummus works. Oh, I gave up. I just had a can of pop and a Toblerone for tea. Oh, thank you. I perked right up. I couldn't have gone to bed early if I wanted to. Thank you, Hammersmith Apollo. I've been Nurse Georgie Carroll.
Hello.
What's your name, please?
My name is Markus Birdman.
And where are you from, Marcus?
I'm from Essex.
How old are you, Marcus?
I'm 52.
Okay, and what do you do?
Used to be in a band. From that, my bandmate suggested maybe I should try comedy.
Tell me, what's the worst gig you've ever done?
The worst gig I've ever done. I went all the way to Plymouth and was wearing leather-soled shoes, ran onto stage, it was very wet, I slipped straight over into the front, landed with my face in the front row and never really recovered. Do you think someone would find that funny?
Okay, and do you think you can win?
I'd like to think so, yes.
Okay, Marcus. Well, good luck.
Thank you very much, thank you.
He's a brave man for working denim on denim, though.
I'll start with a joke, seems like a good idea. Kids are the biggest source of joy you will ever have. Trouble is, they do tend to ruin every other source of joy you've ever had. So I hear other parents say stuff like, I'd take a bullet for my child, you know, would you? I'd take a bullet for my child, put it in a gun, and shoot her. My daughter's now 18, I can't believe it. So one of those teenagers wears tons of makeup, you know, she makes RuPaul look like a trucker. The whole pandemic was kicking off, and I did what many people did here, which was to spend the next 2 years fairly drunk. I need a drink. Oh, it's only 5:30. Better wait till 6 o'clock. All right, 5:45, I'm opening the drink. 6 o'clock, woof. All right, new plan. One more at 6:30, another one at 7, and then I will get up and make my daughter some breakfast. So a couple of years ago, I had a stroke. That's what happened. People don't always believe me because I perhaps don't look like a stroke survivor to you, but what you fail to appreciate is I'm actually 23. I do a lot of work for the Stroke Association for obvious reasons. They asked me to do a benefit gig. Now, you would think as a two-time stroke survivor, as I am, you ought to be able to make jokes about surviving strokes to other stroke survivors.
Where's this going?
No. At one point, someone stood up and went, "Stroke victims have feelings too, mate." I went, "I know, but only down half the side of their body." So... When I was in hospital, I was very heavily sedated, and I was wearing like one of those hospital gowns. So your backside is hanging out for some reason. Right?
Hideous.
The bum cape, as I like to call it. So there I was, heavily sedated. I needed to go to the toilet. It was quite late at night. I parted the bum cape, backed into the toilet, sat down. So far, so good. Were it not for the fact that there was already a blind, naked man sat there. Now, I don't know if you've ever sat naked on another naked man.
No, never.
What you might expect is the person you just sat on to go, "Get off!" What happens, the most beautiful middle-class English thing I think I've ever heard in my life. You just went, "Oh, I'm sorry, who's that?" Thank you very much, thank you. Thank you.
Very good. Very good. Oh my God, brilliant.
Markus, honestly, I don't think any of us were expecting that. Bruno.
Oh, I love it. You're not afraid to go there. Your delivery is absolutely spot on. Every gag, you hit the jackpot.
Thank you.
Alicia.
I think what I like about you is your style is quite dry. I thought every single joke was funny. The kids thing, I am with you, my friend. Well done.
Thank you, thank you.
Everything you said tonight on stage, I howled at. I mean, I'm glad I'm wearing my big knickers tonight. That's all I'm saying. Well done.
I honestly wasn't expecting this.
No, me neither.
You were just brilliant. And we've never heard jokes like this. I absolutely love you. That is a yes from me.
It's an absolute yes from me.
Alicia.
It's a yes from me.
Bruno.
Yes, for me. I'm still laughing.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Britain's Got Talent. I can't believe I'm here. It's amazing. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I've been doing comedy for a while, and I've tried to avoid being on TV and fame, and in that sense, it's been hugely successful, my career. I'm from Essex. Wow. Doesn't usually get that response. I don't have a strong Essex accent, but my daughter, born and raised in Southend, she sounds like a scaffolder. Intimidates me. I'll be like, "Tidy your room, darling." "Tidy yourself, your toilet." "You got any homework to do, darling?" "You're being a bit naughty there, son. Jog on." Sounds like a scaffolder. Sings like an angel. Professional singing career. She's been in bands, choirs, musicals. A few years ago, she was in the musical Oliver. She played Nancy's best friend. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you do not know Fatherly Pride till you have seen your then 13-year-old daughter play a lady of the night. And absolutely nail it. It's good to be here. Any women in tonight? Well, there won't be any jokes at your expense. I'm a father of a daughter. It's changed my opinion of what should come out of my mouth. And I no longer want to make jokes at the expense of women, which is a great shame, because I had some really good ones. For example, taken a lot of heat for some stuff I've said about my daughter in the past, but for the record, absolutely ace. I absolutely love her to pieces, and she's a good kid, ambitious. When she was about 5 years old, I asked her what she wanted to be when she grew up. You know what she said? Chinese. Mind you, 1 in 5 people are Chinese, so she's got a pretty good chance. Some dreams do come true, I would have said. That's what they say, isn't it? People say when you're young, follow your dreams. The trouble is, when you get a bit older, you realise nobody means that. They mean get a job. Dreams are like children. If you follow them too long, people get very suspicious. Thank you. Who's over 40 here, by way of a cheer? Who's under 30 here, then, by way of a cheer? Well, I find you intolerable, you under 30 people. And I'm jealous. A lot of brilliant things about being under 30. Stuff works. Physically. Mentally, you're all over the shop, though. And it's not a bad thing. It's like when you're older, you promote what's good about yourself. All the bad stuff, the bigotry, the intolerance, the prejudice, sweep that under the carpet. Not too far, I'll need you again in my 60s. Now, good to be here. Not least of all, because 3 years ago, I had a stroke. Well, thank you, bless you. No, bless you, that's very kind of you. I don't know how much you know about stroke. Hopefully nothing. But as I say, 3 years ago, I was on a stroke ward surrounded by men who could barely string a sentence together in English, and it's really lovely for Bruno to pretty much recreate that here for me this evening. Sorry about that. But no, I'm blind on the right-hand side. That's what happened. On the right-hand side, I can't see anything. You lot needn't have shown up, to be honest with you. And so God bless the NHS when they looked after me. Are there any NHS people working here tonight? Thank you. Thank you for what you did to me, and thank you for what you've done for the nation over the last 3 years. So bless the NHS. No, 100%. 100%. Unless you work in NHS catering, then you can get stuffed. Now, I know it's a cliche to go on about hospital food, but I mean, given the fact that I'm on the stroke ward, it's also the cardiac ward. I've got cholesterol through the roof. I'm getting offered lasagna, chips, Frosties. I've had a stroke, not a sleepover from the 1980s. But when I was in hospital, I needed a heart operation, keyhole surgery, going through the thigh up into the chamber of your heart. And I met my heart surgeon. You can imagine the precision needed to do the keyhole surgery. You can imagine the dexterity. And you can imagine my delight then when a man walks onto my ward, trips over my heart monitor, falling flat on his face, pulling the leads out of the monitor, causing it to flatline. Pandemonium. Then his little face at the end of the bed going, "Hello, I'm your heart surgeon. You must be the comedian." And I thought, not so far, ladies and gentlemen. That's all from me. Thank you so much for having me. Cheers. Thank you.
Where are you from?
I am from Essex.
How old are you?
I'm 30.
Is this what you do for a day job?
No, I am a teacher.
What do you teach?
I teach year 6.
Oh, that's my daughter's year. That's a great age. Have you got any of your pupils in the audience today?
No, they don't know I'm here, so,
Oh, wow.
yeah.
And what will you say to them on Monday?
I'll tell them that I got through with flying colours.
So you are following the accordion right?
I did hear that, yeah, I know, I heard the buzzers, but I just thought that was just getting into
All right.
practice, yeah.
Okay, good luck.
Thank you so much. They say life is what you make it, your future's in your hands. When you're a kid at school, you plan out all these different plans. Do you ever have a birthday, look at your past over your shoulder and say to yourself, I won't lie, but I thought things would be a bit different when I was older. When I was a child, my teacher said, what do you want to be? I said, I want to be famous, sir. And no, not one I learned, but 3. Any tips, Simon? I said, I want to be an explorer, yes, miss, the world I want to see. But it's safe to say these young dreams of mine weren't quite 2023. You see, I thought I felt like an adult at the age of 21, but turns out a decade later those feelings still ain't quite begun. I thought I'd be financially stable by the age of 25, but I'm well into my 30s and can just about keep myself alive. You know, kids, their brains, they're the best of the bunch. Dream of winning the World Cup whilst having their lunch. Dream of being a scientist, of finding the answer. A singer-songwriter, a world-famous dancer. I want to be an astronaut, I want to go to space. I want to be an athlete, look miss, I'm on my race. I stand at the finish line and shout, hooray! In my head think I can barely do couch to 5K. Miss, I'll be a nurse, a chef, a writer, can I do it? Yes, of course you can. If you put your mind to it. I wish I was a child again to let my dreams run free. So let us all be kids again, potato smileys for our tea. Try and live our lives to the fullest in whatever we endeavour. Come on, let's face our childhood dreams together. You know, you can be what you want to be, whatever. 'Cause we won't be on this earth forever.
Wonderful! About monster.
Simon, what did you think?
My God, that's why we have an audience. I think they like you. You know, you're very likeable. Very sweet. I like the message. It was kind of fun.
I'm just so mesmerised by you. I'm like, she's nice, she's cool, she's smart, she's funny, she's got a great tone, she's got a great message. I loved it.
Love you. Thank you.
I absolutely love it because you manage with your writing to be funny at the same time saying very, very valid thing. We like people that really have such a range of talent. I mean, I think you could be on that bracket.
Yeah, Abi, it was just easy. You're just amazing. You are absolutely fabulous. I mean, I can only echo everything Alicia said. You are really clever, super bright, and very funny. I always think it's so important to have a fantastic teacher, and I bet you smash it in the classroom as well. So it's been a pleasure to meet you. Okay, Bruno?
Oh, yes.
Alicia?
It's a yes from me.
Simon?
It's a yes from me.
It's a yes from me. You've got 4 yeses.
Something's on my mind, yeah, something's in my head. Stories we've been told as kids, tales that we were read. The idea of a fairy tale, what's expected of our lives. That without a boy to save us, so how could we survive? Now I look back at those stories in 2023 of lasses in tall towers just wanting to be free. But the world we're in is changing, and so these tales must too. I wonder what would these tales be like if they were me and you. So I've been thinking, Bruno, my fairy godmother, Alicia, Ariel, Amanda, Belle, and Simon. Well, that just leaves the beast. I wonder what would these tales be like if they were me and you. Let's go! Now Rapunzel lives in a tower block estate with a slightly overbearing mum. And all she kept on singing about was when will her prince come. Then her mate said, Rapunzel, you don't need a man to learn some skills that matter. So she took an online woodwork class and she built herself a ladder. Got down that tower all by herself, she did. Snow White saved her life by running into 7 pretty decent blokes. They said, we'll forgo your rent if you clean and cook us beans on toast. So Snowy packed her bags and handed back the mop and bucket. She looked grumpy dead in the eye and told him where to stuff it. After all, 7 pairs of hands are better than 1. You know, princesses and princes come in every shape and skin. Not fitting in is standing out, so love that's different. Don't let no one dull your light, and keep the real you shining bright. Cinderella didn't need a fella, she just wanted to go to the ball. Little mermaid stayed under the sea, ignored her prince's calls. Whoops! Sleeping Beauty stayed in bed for as long as she desired, 'cause we're all aware that a little self-care is very much required. Modern princesses everywhere, stand up and be inspired. You know, princesses and princes come in every shape and skin. Not fitting in is standing out, so love that skin you're in. Don't change yourself for anyone, just do what you adore and leave the rest